As both a farmer and a modern-day hunter, I'm always striving to find the most effective ways to protect my fields. Instead of sitting back and complaining about the wild boars that constantly ravage my corn crops, I chose to take action through hunting, a practical and efficient method of controlling their population. Join us as we embark on this journey and discover what lies ahead. After a few minutes of quietly surveying the terrain, our scope finally caught sight of a wild boar. It was strolling leisurely, completely unaware it had entered our sights. Even though the distance wasn't ideal, I decided to take a chance with a long-range shot. The rifle was ready, just waiting for the right moment. Fire. The gunshot echoed through the mountains. The bullet struck its mark, knocking the boar off balance and sending it tumbling down the slope. But it wasn't down for good. Despite the shot, the hefty animal struggled to its feet and fired a final shot to ensure it couldn't retaliate or pose any danger. Not long after, the agitated growls of the hunting dogs rang out across the forest, signaling that something was happening nearby. The sound came from a patch of thick bushes just ahead. I carefully moved forward and raised my gun. A single, clean, decisive shot brought the animal down instantly. The chase grew more intense by the minute. As we crossed over yet another mountain ridge, we encountered a massive herd of wild boars. Their size alone was enough to excite any hunter. We couldn't miss the opportunity and opened fire together. However, the quick-footed boars scattered and vanished into the underbrush. Only a few unlucky ones were brought down, lying motionless on the forest floor. We weren't about to give up that easily. We were determined to pursue the fleeing herd. Immediately, a signal was sent to our teammates to block the exit, a tried and true tactic that always yields results. As soon as a boar's silhouette emerged, my friend took the shot, striking the alpha right in its tracks. A barrage of gunfire followed, sending the rest of the herd into a panic. But no matter how fast they ran, some couldn't escape their fate. Our luck held as another group of wild boars suddenly appeared. Not to be outdone, we reloaded and fired continuously. But these cunning creatures were incredibly agile, weaving skillfully through the bushes, and before long, they had vanished completely, leaving only the sound of gunfire and a lingering scent of smoke. The wild boar population here is beyond measure. They travel in large groups and move at incredible speed. Despite our best efforts and constant shooting, the number we managed to bring down was barely a dent in their overwhelming and ever-growing population. As we made our way down a narrow path toward the base of the mountain, we suddenly heard strange rustling sounds from the bushes. Without hesitation, I squeezed the trigger. The gunshot rang out, and my heart pounded from the adrenaline of that split-second decision. My name is Xanis, a passionate hunter since childhood. I grew up among the mountains and forests of Galicia, where the sound of gunfire from wild boar hunts became a defining part of my early years. But this time, I set out for Los Angeles, a remote and rugged land in the southern part of the country, after receiving an invitation from an old friend. Come along with me as we embark on this adventure right now. At 6 a.m., we arrived at the mountain as planned. This hunt was different from the others. We brought along a drone for aerial scouting, paired with a team of elite hunting dogs. This combination made locating prey in the dense forest far more efficient. And we didn't have to wait long. The first target soon revealed itself. I quickly moved into a good vantage point and took aim. The gunshot rang out powerfully, and the boar succumbed to a fate that had already been sealed. After our initial success, we changed tactics, splitting into smaller groups and positioning ourselves at different strategic points. from where Paul and I were stationed, a herd of boars suddenly came into view. They bolted so fast that we had to fire immediately. Despite the chaos, our hurried shots still managed to win. Wild boars can run at speeds of up to 40 km/h. That's why even seasoned hunters like us sometimes miss. It's just part of the game. At other locations, my teammates were also having success, taking down several more targets. The boars, with their scruffy, black coats, scattered in a frenzy at the sound of gunfire. Yet even in the chaos, many couldn't escape the deadly aim of experienced hands. I made my way over to join the rest of the team in a coordinated ambush. Suddenly, what a sight below, one boar was being closely pursued by a pack of dogs. Despite the relentless attack, it managed to break free and charged up the hillside. There was no time to lose. I took aim and quickly squeezed the trigger. 2 shots thundered across the slope, and only then did the boar finally collapse. Though I've been on countless hunts, I still can't help but admire the sheer endurance and survival instinct of these animals. Before we could even catch our breath, another target appeared, forcing us to raise our rifles once more. This lone boar sprinted off at incredible speed, cunningly weaving into the brush to escape, leaving behind only a cloud of dust in the wake of our missed shots. Then, as if to make up for the one that got away, another boar suddenly emerged. This time, I stayed calm, took careful aim, and waited for the perfect moment. A precise shot to the wing brought the boar crashing down instantly. The next 10 minutes passed in silence, until a shadow suddenly darted by. Knowing I couldn't miss this chance, I fired immediately, but the shot went wide, and the target disappeared into the thick trees. Although we were already worn out, we kept searching patiently for more game. Then, finally, another boar appeared. Determined to redeem myself, I took a confident shot, sealing the hunt with a decisive and satisfying victory.